One. Hold up, not yet. I'll tell you.
I'll start off and I'll name the Chapin starters and you'll name the. Yeah. And we are live here with Eagle Softball. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. We're going to go over the starters for Chapin real quick. Batting first, number 18, Kimber Bradley. Batting second, number 10, Mac Whitman. Batting third, number 3, Hannah Davis. Batting fourth, number 8, Brianna Posey. Batting fifth, number 1, Molly Burns. Batting sixth, number 7, Caitlin Borky. Batting seventh, number 5, Haley Truesdale. Batting eighth, number 14, Gracie Derrick. And batting ninth, number 4, Tracy Truesdale.
All right, now for the batting lineup for North Myrtle Beach. Batting first, we have number 4, Reagan Urbaniak. Batting second, we have number 5, Sissy Doolittle. Batting third, we have number 17, Emily Ballard. Batting fourth, we have number 18, Sarah Ballard. Batting fifth, we have number 15, Andy Kriminger. Batting sixth, we have number 12, Myatt Hardwick. Batting seventh, we have number 2, Brianna Spickler. Batting eighth, we have number 13, Taylor Gore. Batting ninth, we have number 7, Alexis McCormick. Batting 10th, we have number 6, Emily Richardson.
Blake and Lucas, we're going to take a quick break as we watch Coach Jolly and the referees and the North Myrtle Beach coach talk at home plate. We'll be back shortly with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN.
Direct your attention to center field for the playing of our national anthem.
And we are back. I'm Eric Veach,
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
and we are going to go over the keys to the game. For Chapin, the keys to the game are to pitch well, to hit well, and Hannah Davis has to play her A game at the plate.
For North Myrtle Beach, they're going to have to, the whole batting order is going to have to hit well, and they're going to have to play great defense.
Tracy Truesdale is pitching for Chapin, and she's a tough one, Blake.
She throws some heaters for sure.
Very, very true. Hannah Davis is playing third base, and she has she's playing at USC Upstate next fall and spring and winter.
Very good player. When we saw her last time at Lugoff Elgin, she played great.
Very, very true. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 4, Reagan Urbaniak. Truesdale checks her wrist, starts her windup. Here's the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. You know, another key for Chapin is they got to calm the nerves. This is an elimination game that they are playing right now. The winner goes and plays Hartsville and has to beat them in 2 games.
Foul ball off the batter's shin.
Strike 1. So a 1-1 count. As I was saying, the winner of this game plays Hartsville Wednesday in a 2-game series.
Definitely a big-time game.
Lines that one up to left field as she makes a diving
Wow.
catch by Kimber Bradley. Absolutely amazing play right there.
Great catch, the 8th grader.
The 8th grader, no, yeah. Batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 5, Sissy Doolittle. So 1 out.
Do little steps into the box.
Truesdale gets her signs, starts her windup. Here's the pitch. Fires that one in there for strike 1. It's almost like Truesdale trying to fast pitch the batter, Lucas. She's in there and she's starting her windup as soon as she gets into the box.
Yep. She's not letting him.
Lines that one down to second base for Molly Burns, who makes a routine play, throws to first base. Out number 2. Great pitching for Tracy Truesdale so far this inning.
Definitely. She had a kind of wild first pitch, but it seems like she's dialing in pretty early.
Calming the nerves. And that's what Chapin needs from her right here.
It is starting to rain now.
Truesdale gets the pitch. And that one's high for ball 1.
Betting for North Myrtle Beach, Emily Ballard.
Truesdale checks her wrist for the sign, starts her warm-up. Here's the pitch. Fires that one there for strike 1. So 1-1 count, 2 outs.
They seem to be getting Tracy to throw it outside on him.
Good observation there, Lucas. And it doesn't seem like the catcher is giving her the signs either, as she tips that one off for strike 2. Seems like Coach Jolly's over there on the first base side, giving Truesdale the sign. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Truesdale gets their pitch. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off. Just trying to stay alive at the plate here.
Chapin off to a great start.
Absolutely. Truesdale checks her wrist. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off. Just trying to stay alive at the plate. Here's the pitch. Lines that one up right to the first baseman, who throws to first. Routine play. 3 up, 3 down. Great inning for Tracy Truesdale.
Couldn't ask for a better start.
Absolutely, and the defense making plays early. Started off by Kimber Bradley in that diving catch out in left field.
Now let's see what the Eagles can do up at the plate. See if they can get a nice divot here in the first inning.
Help Tracy out on the mound. We'll take a short break. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. And we are back. You are watching CSPN, and you are watching Sissy Doolittle fire some heat in there from the mound. She's going to try and shut down the Chapin Eagles today. Strong throw down from the catcher as she puts on her pitching mask. We are about set to start the bottom half of the first inning. And batting first for your Chapin Eagles, number 18, Kimber Bradley.
Kimber Bradley made a great defensive play to get the first out. Top of the
Outstanding.
inning.
Sports Center top 10. Here's the pitch. Fires that one high and outside for strike 1. So 0-1 the count. No score here. You are watching Chapin Softball, presented by CSPN. High for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Starts her windup. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 2. Lucas, that one almost hit the batter.
Yeah.
Our motto here at CSPN is almost only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes.
Yeah.
We're playing some softball. Ooh, that one looked a little bit outside, but the guy behind the plate calls it strike 2. So a 2-2 count.
We're not making the big bucks.
No, we are not. She hits that one up, straight up, in between shortstop and center fielder. Center fielder makes a running catch. Now batting for Chapin, number 10, Mackenzie Whitman. Doolittle gets a sign. Whitman tries to bunt it, but that one will roll just a little bit outside of the fair line for strike one.
Definitely would have gotten there though if it did.
She
roll it up
she had the
foul
Jets
line.
turn in there,
She
Blake.
did. Didn't even look to see where the ball went.
So 0-1 the count, 1 out, no score here between Myrtle Beach and Chapin. As she swings past that one for strike 2, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Whitman goes down swinging on 3 straight pitches for out number 2. If this is the way it goes for the rest of the game, it could be a pitcher's battle to Blake. Truesdale got them 1, 2, 3, and Doolittle's looking to do the same. But now
Definitely
batting for Chapin, number 3, third baseman Hannah Davis. We'll see if she can put a spark plug into this Chapin offense as she watches ball 1.
Last game we watched against Lugoff Elgin, Hannah Davis was wearing a green bow for Lee Sharp of River Bluff.
Very true. She is a sophomore who has stage 4 cancer. We'd like to give her a shout out and say that as a Chapin family, we are with you every step of the way. So 3 balls, no strikes. Most likely Davis will just watch this pitch. And she does.
Seemed a little outside to me, but again, we're not making the calls.
Seemed a little outside to Hannah as well,
Yeah.
as she thought she had ball 4. So 3 balls, 1 strike. That one outside. That's the one she wanted. So Hannah gets walked on 5 pitches. So 2 outs, runner on first. Now batting Brianna Posey, who has 1 home run on the year so far.
Yeah. She can definitely get some power behind her swing.
Doolittle will have to keep that in mind. So that went outside for ball 1. Doolittle starts her windup. As Posey swings and misses on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hannah Davis at first base. Neither pitcher has allowed a run so far. Davis got on because of a walk.
Neither pitcher has a lot of hits so far either.
It's very true. Davis takes off for second, slides in there safe. The Jets just too quick for the catcher's arm. And that last pitch was a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1 runner on, no runs batted in. Doolittle almost looks like she's inside of her own head on the mound as she angrily throws the pitch into her glove multiple times. That one low for ball 3. So 3-1 the count, 2 outs. Davis on second base. As she swings that one just inside, hits a routine pop-up to the shortstop, and there goes the inning. So after 1, no hits and no runs for either team. We'll take a quick break as you watch Tracy Truesdale warm up. I'm Eric Veach,
I'm Blake Harbison.
I'm Lucas Nash.
and you are watching CSPN. And we are back. You are watching Chapin softball presented by CSPN. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Sarah Ballard. Truesdale gets her signs from Coach Jolly over at first base. Checks her wrist.
A quick score update from Chapin baseball. Top of the sixth, Chapin leads 9-5.
And Chapin is in the exact same place that women's softball hopes to be in come Wednesday. Chapin is down in Myrtle Beach with an elimination game.
Yes.
They have to beat North Myrtle Beach twice today. And if Chapin wins tonight, they are up in Hartsville. And they have to play them twice and beat them twice. So Sarah fouls that one off for strike 2. 0-2 the count. She's just got to be defensive as a batter. And Truesdale might waste a pitch on here and just seeing if she'll chase. But she doesn't. She goes right at him, and that's strike 3.
Wow.
Truesdale really has her stuff today, Lucas. and
She's
Blake.
coming out guns blazing.
Now batting for Chapin. No, I'm sorry. North Myrtle Beach, Andy Kriminger. Strike 1 for Truesdale. I'm sorry, my mind is just still on Chapin and how Truesdale just struck out that last batter. Oh, 1 the count, 1 out. Lines that one foul towards the third base side. 0-2. We'll see if Truesdale comes right at her or wastes a pitch. Lines that one straight to Hannah Davis, who fields it cleanly, makes a great throw to first base for out number 2. Great play by Hannah Davis.
And she's going to do that every game. You just can't
Every
get it
game,
over third
constant.
base.
Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Mayat Hardwick. Fires that one in for strike 1.
See if she can make it 3 0-2 counts in a row.
Hopefully. She lines that one to right field. Just outside the reach of number 14, Gracie Derrick.
And that is the third 0-2 count that Tracy Truesdale has had this inning.
Tracy Truesdale is looking for strikeout number 2 right here.
Tracy hasn't thrown a ball this inning.
That is very true. Tracy also hasn't allowed a hit all game.
That's also true.
But we are only in the second inning. A lot of softball yet to be played. Lines that one to the right fielder, Gracie Derrick, who catches that for out number 3. 1-2-3 for Truesdale. Second inning, she's done that one. And halfway through 2 innings, we have a 0-0 score. As we watch Sissy Doolittle warm up, we'll take a quick break. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. And we are back. You are watching softball presented by CSPN. Now batting for Chapin, number 1, the second baseman, Molly Burns. Decent throw down from the catcher, but Haley Truesdale does it better. So Blake, the good news is Tracy Truesdale has not allowed a hit at all this game. The bad news is Sissy Doolittle has not allowed a hit this game either.
They're both pitching
Shutout.
very good right now. Yep, shutout.
Molly Burns lines that one right up the middle for the Chapin's first hit. Great piece of hitting by Molly Burns as she attacks the first pitch and lines it straight up the middle.
She wasn't wasting any time.
Absolutely not. Now batting for Chapin, number 7, Caitlin Borky. So no one out, one runner on, Molly Burns, who's at first base. And there goes Sissy Doolittle's perfect game.
Hard to have a perfect game against these Chapin Eagles.
Not many have, not many will. As Caitlin Borky tries to lay down a bunt, for strike one, Coach Jolly calls her over, and they're talking halfway to the coach's box on third base. So Doolittle starts her windup. As Borky swings right over that pitch, making it an 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Molly Burns on first base. As she watches that one high for ball 1.
Now with a 1-2 count.
We'll see if she can battle it back. As she doesn't even move. She's a brick wall at the batter's plate.
Didn't even flinch.
Took that one right to the shin.
Now batting for Chapin, number 5, the catcher, Haley Truesdale. As Doolittle's a bit... She's in her own head right now, guys. She's throwing the ball very angrily at her glove. As Truesdale tries to lay down a bunt. Doesn't get it down. The catcher tries to throw Molly Burns out at second base. But really had no shot there. Molly Burns was back. So 1-0 the count.
Sissy
2 runners on. She lays down a perfect bunt between the third baseman and the pitcher, and she gets on safely. So with no outs, the Chapin Eagles have the bases loaded for Gracie Derrick, who comes up to bat. Alex Miller comes in to pinch run for Haley Truesdale at first base.
Just a missed catch by Andy Crimlinger there.
You can see Sissy Brooks is visibly rattled after that play.
She got bases loaded, so
With no
she's gotta
outs.
be a little nervous.
This is not where North Myrtle Beach wants to be, but this is exactly where Chapin wants to be.
That's very true.
Coach Jolly says some words to Gracie Derrick as she takes her cuts before she steps in the batter's box.
Gracie Derrick is also a middle schooler on the varsity team.
With a great eye as she watches ball 1.
Let's go, Gracie. You got this, kiddo. Straight to it, baby. You got it.
So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch as she watches high.
Whoa.
Molly Burns almost got picked off at third base there.
She's calling
Wow.
time.
She
She's
does.
calling time.
She did get picked off
She's
at third
calling
base
time. Get her hand up.
as That's a pretty bizarre play right
Wow,
there.
she was calling
was.
time and took her hand off
She
the
was-
base. And
She was calling time to.
You was calling time, Blue! You saw it, Blue! Hey, you saw it, Blue!
As
Call!
as the fans here are visibly upset with that call, as Molly Burns
Hand up.
was safely back to third base, but takes her hand off the bag to call time and gets called out.
That's on you, Blue.
So
Hope you remember that one.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out now. Here as Gracie Derrick is still in the batter's box. Runner on second and first. As Gracie Derrick takes a good cut and fouls that one off right to the screen behind home plate.
He's sitting there dorking around.
So 2-2 the count, 1 out. As Gracie Derrick just lines that one up, the first baseman
See that, Blue?
really not quite sure why she dove for that one. She really didn't have a chance.
Hand, huh?
As she stays alive in the batter's box. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Fans are not happy with that last call, though. I'm not quite sure Coach Jolly is either.
definitely looked like she called time.
Definitely look. A good eye, nonetheless, by Gracie Derrick as she watches ball 3. So a full count here, 1 out. First and second. As she lines that one behind the press box, foul. So the count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. As she watches that one, great eye by the middle schooler Gracie Derrick.
Bases loaded again.
Bases loaded again.
Number 4, Tracy.
Now batting for Chapin, the pitcher, number 4, Tracy Truesdale. And Tracy's got to be trying to help herself out on the mound here. As if she can get a couple runs in, maybe the nerves won't be so much.
Definitely has a great opportunity right here.
As she's taking her cuts right away. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded for the Chapin Eagles. Truesdale lays down the bunt. It's right over the pitcher's head. As a great play by number 7, Caitlin Borkey.
Wow, it looked like a busted play there.
That
Caitlin
looked-
Borkey took it home.
Turn something into nothing. Turn nothing into something.
She did.
North Myrtle Beach seemed to be very confused as what to do right there.
Awful bunt, though, by
Chapin
Tracy
did too.
Truesdale. I'm not quite sure if that was a bunt or a hit, but either way, that
It seemed to
That
seemed to
got
be like
the
she was
runner
going for the
in.
bunt.
Somehow there were no outs. Everyone was just running around, didn't know what to do.
Catcher now walks out and talks to the pitcher.
as the head coach talks to the umpire behind the plate for North Myrtle Beach. That last play, the ball lined right above Sissy Doolittle's glove. Instead of throwing home, she throws to first base, and Caitlin Borkey scores. Now batting for Chapin, number 18, Kimber Bradley.
North Myrtle Beach coach seems to be upset about something. He's talking to the umpire.
You got that one right, Blue.
As everything settles down, as bases are still loaded for Chapin with one out. As Kimber Bradley sends that one into left field, right past the left fielder's glove. 1 run is in. 2 run is in. 3 runs are in. And Kimber Bradley knocks all the runners in with a stand-up triple. If Sissy Doolittle was not upset, she is now, as Chapin puts 4 runs on the board.
Wow, that was a great hit.
That was a
Just
great hit.
right by the left field.
So now it's starting to rain again here in Chapin. Let's see how that affects play.
One of the keys to the game for Chapin is everyone had to hit well. And Kimber Bradley certainly brought that one to the table right there.
Definitely. Bringing in 4
Now
runs.
batting for Chapin, number 10, Mac Whitman. So 1 out, runner on third. As Mac Whitman tries to bunt. North Myrtle Beach has had some trouble with covering Chapin's bunts today. For nothing, Chiefs are down. As that one gets to the cage, bad play by Kimber Bradley there.
I don't think Jolly center on that.
I'm not quite sure why she went there. That was not a play where she should have gone.
Definitely not.
Jolly seems upset over there, and I would be too. So 4-0 Eagles.
Here we go, Mac. Right here, baby. You got it. Drive one, Mac.
As Mac Whitman calls time. Steps out of the batter's box, takes her cuts. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, 4-0.
Sissy Doolittle definitely seems to be a little bit rattled by giving up 4 runs in 1 inning.
She puts her hands up as if she's. I'm not quite sure why she did that.
She looks frustrated.
Is she upset with her infield? Great diving play by the third baseman.
Wow.
Runs it out at first, though. She's safe.
Not many
Great
players
hustle
can
by
make that
Mac
throw.
Whitman.
Not many players can make that throw, but Chapin has one of them in Hannah Davis.
And Hannah Davis comes up to the plate right now. With 2 outs, up 4-0. Sissy Doolittle seems to be complaining about the rain, as it is coming down very hard here at Chapin. Hannah Davis puts a shot into that one, but it's just lazy fly ball for the center fielder.
That makes it 3 outs.
3 outs, but the damage has been done. Chapin has put 4 runs on the board and leads 4-0. We're going to take a quick break as you watch Tracy Truesdale warm up. I'm Eric Veach,
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
and you are watching CSPN. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Brianna Spickner. Truesdale fires that one in there.
Just not letting off the gas here.
I believe that's her second ball she's thrown all night. That one looks like it almost just got away from her right there. The rain is coming down very hard.
Tracy might be a little too excited after that last inning, but may not necessarily be a bad thing.
The nerves should be gone.
Chapin has a comfortable lead.
Yeah, girls, focus. You got this.
Truesdale checks her wrist, starts her windup. That one high.
3 balls in a row. It's not something we've seen much of tonight from Tracy Truesdale.
That's not Tracy Truesdale's game right there, Blake. The batter should just be taking this one. She does, and she watches ball 4.
Hannah Davis had a few words with the pitcher.
Just trying to settle her down. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 13, Taylor Gore. So 1 ball.
Tracy's now thrown 4 balls in a row.
Fires that one in for a strike. So 1-1 the count, no outs. Runner on first. Chapin up, 4-0. She calls that one a strike. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. After throwing 5 consecutive balls, Truesdale has thrown 2 consecutive strikes. Looks like she's back in her game. As she strikes that batter out, 3 straight strikes for out number 1.
Next up for North Myrtle Beach, number 7, Alexis McCormick.
Now batting for Chapin, number 7, the designated player, Alexis Cormick.
I don't know if she forgot to take her jacket off or...
Maybe it's a strategy. Tries to psych Tracy Truesdale out. Doesn't seem to work though, as she fires that one in for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on, Chapin up, 4-0. Watches that one outside for ball 2.
I'd like to make a point here that the pitcher and the catcher are twin sisters, so their chemistry is probably very high.
Definitely, since they've been practicing together their whole life.
Just like my chemistry grade, very high. As the North Myrtle Beach head coach has some words with the umpire. And he goes back to his box at third base. Truesdale steps on the mound. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Gets her swinging over that one. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the North Myrtle Beach head coach goes to talk to the other umpire, I'm not quite sure what he's arguing about here.
Me neither. I haven't seen any questionable calls.
Might be looking at illegal pitching. In softball, before you pitch, you have to have both feet in contact with the mound, and he's saying that Tracy has her back foot off the rubber. Something for Tracy to.
Full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on. As she fouls that one off, almost onto the soccer field.
Tracy is still bringing the heat. She hasn't slowed down yet.
Tracy also hasn't allowed a hit.
That's true.
Batter really late on that one, just able to foul it off.
Full count now.
As she strikes her out on that one. Making it out number 2. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 4, Reagan Urbaniak. Quick score update for you from Chapin Baseball. At the top of the 7th inning, Chapin is up 9-8 on Hilton Head. Lines that one straight to the shortstop, who throws to first base. Routine play, out number 3. Still no hits for North Myrtle Beach. We'll take a short break here. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
You're watching CSPN. And we are back. Leading off for Chapin, number 8, Brianna Posey.
Let's see if Chapin can keep the bats going this inning like they were last inning with 4 runs.
Not quite sure what Jolly was saying out there, but it was probably something wise.
He's a wise man.
Watches that one high for ball 1. Watches that one outside for ball 2. Lines that one up right at the second baseman, who cannot make the play. As Brianna Posey makes it to first base on an error by the second baseman.
Definitely a tough catch, but
Now batting for Chapin, number 1, Molly Burns, who had Chapin's first hit last inning.
Yep. See if she can do it again.
Who was called? Molly Burns was called out at third base on a very questionable call. She watches that one go high. Brianna Posey
Easily makes it to second.
easily makes it to second.
thought about going to third.
As both teams are continuously swapping out softballs, because the rain is just coming down here.
That could be a reason why Sissy Doolittle is pitching so far outside the box tonight.
Or it could be that Chapin's in her head. As Chapin has a 4-0 lead.
Suppose it could be that.
catcher's not letting Chapin get very big leads. She's holding him tight.
Ball 3 as she has thrown 3 straight balls. Here's the pitch. She watches that one. Strike 1. So 3-1 the count, no outs. Brianna Posey at second base. Reached on an error committed by the second baseman. As she watches that one outside for ball 4. Now batting for Chapin, number 7, Caitlin Borky. So with no outs here, Chapin's got runners at first and second. Already up 4-0. She sets that one down for a bunt. Now Caitlin Borky had an outstanding bunt last time in between the pitcher and the third baseman.
Chapin's likes the short ball here.
And it has worked for them.
She's part of the reason we got that 4-0 lead.
It's very true. But right now she's down in the count. 1 ball to no strikes. As she puts
Another
a great
beautiful
bunt. As she makes it easily to first base. Another outstanding bunt for Caitlin Borky. And once again, Chapin has bases loaded.
Looks like the first baseman didn't know where to go with the ball there.
She was looking at third base, but Brianna Posey was already there. And by the time she even thought about first base, Caitlin Borky was already safe. So right now, no outs. Bases loaded for Haley Truesdale.
Low ball 1 there.
Haley Truesdale's got to be thinking that she wants to help out her twin sister here. She lines that one left and out of the stadium for strike 1. So 1-1 the count, no outs, 4-0 Chapin. Bases loaded with Caitlin Borky, Molly Burns, and Brianna Posey all on base. She lines that one up and out of play for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Haley Truesdale. Steps into the box. Here's the pitch. Swings right over that one for strike 1.
Out 1.
Out 1. I apologize. Now batting for Chapin, number 14, Gracie Derrick, who had a great hit last time up to bat.
Gracie, be patient up there, baby. Come on, good pitches now. Come on.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Gracie Derrick is swinging away at this at bat, but she's down 0-2 in the count. So 0-2 the count, 1 out, bases loaded for Chapin, up 4-0. As she watches that one high, ball 1. Here's the pitch. Watches that one outside for ball 2.
Oh, put his hand up that time. You caught it that time, Blue.
The fans still not letting the umpire hear the end of the last call they made with Molly Burns at third base. She lines that one right to the third baseman.
Chapin was ready for it. They all go out back to their bases real fast.
But unfortunately, third baseman was ready for it as well. Now batting, number 4, your pitcher, Tracy Truesdale. Quick score update. Kale Rame just hit a home run, making it 12-8 Chapin over Hilton Head in game number 1. So 1-0 the count. Swings and misses. Strike 1. So 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Foul tips that one back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tracy watches that one outside for ball 2. Swings and misses on that one.
Wow. Bases loaded and couldn't do anything.
Sissy Doolittle comes clutch in that one, though. Allows bases to get loaded, but then works out of it.
Chapin had bases loaded with no outs and went out of the inning with no outs, or with people on every base with no runs. Something they can't do often.
So 3 runners stranded. Your score after 3, 4-0 Chapin. I'll be right back as you watch Tracy Truesdale warm up. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 5, Sissy Doolittle. Watches that one for strike 1. As Chapin Baseball wins their first game against Hilton Head.
They still have to beat them one more time to advance, though.
It's tonight. So 0-2 the count.
Hard foul ball.
Sissy Doolittle fouls that one off. Watches that one that looked. That one looked good.
If anything, it had to be low.
We're not behind the plate making the big bucks, though. As the sun comes out here at Chapin. And that ground ball goes straight to Tracy Truesdale, who flips it to first base. Great play. Out number 1.
Chapin Baseball wins the first game 12-8. Next up for North Myrtle Beach, number 17, Emily Ballard.
Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 17, Emily Ballard. She watches that one low. Ball 1. Makes her swing and miss for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 4-0 Chapin. Watches that one low. Gets away from the catcher. Ball 2.
Emily Ballard steps back in the box with a 2-1 count.
Truesdale fires that one in there. Left field. Almost
Gets
an
away from-
amazing play.
Barely got away from Derek there.
As Ballard gets to second on that error by the center fielder. It was in her glove, and when she hit the ground. No bet. I'm not quite sure what the call was right there, Blake. Illegal pitch is the reason North Myrtle Beach has a runner on third base. So 1 out. Number 18, Sarah Ballard, steps into the box. Lines that one to the right fielder. Just get us away from Derek.
Another error right there.
Chapin's got to clean up this defense. As North Myrtle Beach puts their first run on the board. 4-1, Chapin leads. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Andy Kriminger.
Hey, you got this, girls. Let's go.
Here's the pitch. That one lined up straight. Molly Burns makes a great play
Good job, kid.
for out number 2. So with 2 outs here, Chapin's up 4-1, but North Myrtle Beach is threatening with a runner on first. And number 12, Mayat Hardwick up to bat.
Oh my gosh.
As Haley Truesdale makes a beautiful throw down to second, but unfortunately,
There was no second baseman.
there is no second baseman at the bag. So North Myrtle Beach has a runner on second, 2 outs, down by 3 runs. 1 ball, no strikes. She lines that one right to Tracy Truesdale, makes a routine play to first, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. But North Myrtle Beach has added a run and tries to chip away at Chapin's lead. Chapin leads 4-1. We'll take a short break. I'm Eric Veach,
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
and you are watching CSPN. And we are back. And we are back at the top of the order as well, with number 18, Kimber Bradley, coming to the plate. Kimber Bradley made an outstanding play on the first play of the game. With a diving catch in left field.
That was definitely a tough catch.
Definitely. Here's the pitch. She watches that one low for ball one. Fouls that one off for strike one. So 1-1 the count, no outs. Chapin leading 4-1. So Doolittle winds up. Here's the pitch. Kimber Bradley lines that one well foul, but toward the first base side. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. 4-1 Chapin. The rain has stopped here at Chapin, which makes it easier on the players. 1-2 the count. Fouls that
Fouled
one
off.
off. Just staying alive at this point in time. Kimber Bradley just trying to stay alive. Down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lines that one to the second baseman. Feels it cleanly. Makes a good throw to first, but Kimber Bradley almost beat that one out there.
She came out with the Jets burning.
Almost had herself an infield hit. Now batting for Chapin, number 10, Mac Whitman. As she watches that one low for ball one. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Lines that one straight up the middle. Almost hit Doolittle in the head. That was hit so hard and so fast. Goose. Now batting for Chapin. Number 3, your third baseman, Hannah Davis. So 1 out, runner on first. Davis at the plate. Jolly gives the signs at third base. 0-1 the count. 1-0 the count.
Barely foul there.
But good thing it was. And the scoreboard lights up all ones. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. Chapin down, Chapin up, 4-1. Watches that one for ball 2. Watches that one for ball 3. So 3-1 the count, 1 out, 1 runner on. Davis at the plate. Doolittle gets her signs, starts the windup. Here's the pitch. Hannah puts a charge into that one, but it's just hits it high up in the air for the shortstop to catch. Routine fly ball for out number 2. Now batting for Chapin, number 8, Brianna Posey. Lines that one right up the middle. Doolittle is able to get a glove on it to slow it down. The shortstop just tags second base for out number 3. So after 4 innings, the score, Chapin 4, North Myrtle Beach 1. We're going to take a quick break here. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. And you are back. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Brianna Spickley. Tracy Truesdale gets the sign. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. It may be the 5th inning, but she is still firing heat.
She's still pitching like it's the beginning of the first.
Gets her sign, starts the windup. Here's the pitch. Lines that one right over the first baseman's glove. Almost makes a great play. Gracie Derrick tries to throw her out. Almost gets her. But unfortunately, she doesn't. North Myrtle Beach has 1 runner on at first base. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Taylor Gore. Truesdale gets the signs, starts her windup. Here's the pitch. There's a bunt. Haley throws that one into right field, but great backup by Gracie Derrick there.
Wild throw.
Runner wasn't up.
She didn't decide to run.
Runner wasn't up in time to be able to run.
Let's go, girls. You got this. Come on. You got it. Focus. Buckle down. You got it. You got it.
Maybe a wild throw, but it's still a strike at the plate. 0-1 the count. There's the bunt. Fouls that one off. Strike 2. Truesdale gets her signs. Starts the windup. Here's the pitch.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Strike score out on that one. Strike 3. 1 out.
Got her watching too.
Next up for North Myrtle Beach, number 7, Alexis McCormick.
Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 7, Alexis McCormick. Calls time, steps out of the batter's box. Gets the signs from the third base coach as she checks her wrist, stepping into the batter's box. 1 out, runner on first for North Myrtle Beach. Lines that one to the shortstop. Brianna Posey tosses it to Molly Burns at second.
Good job, Bree. Good job, Molly.
Unable to turn a double play, but gets the runner out at second.
Still a smart play getting the lead runner there.
Next up for North Myrtle Beach,
So with 2 outs,
Urbaniak.
North Myrtle Beach has 1 runner on, and Reagan Urbaniak comes up to the plate. Truesdale checks her wrist, gets a sign. Here's the warm-up. Here's the pitch. Reagan gets that one right over us in the press box for strike 1.
Update for Chapin baseball. They're now playing. They're playing tomorrow. They're playing their second game, and they need to win that game to continue on in the playoffs.
Big game for Chapin right there. Big game for Chapin softball right here. As that strike 2 throws it to first base. Almost gets her, but just not in time. So Reagan Urbaniak down 0-2 in the count. With 2 outs, North Myrtle Beach is down 4-1. Watches that one outside for ball 1. So 1-2 the count, 2 outs. North Myrtle Beach has 1 runner on, and she is at first base. Truesdale gets the pitch. Here's the hits that one. Well foul. Stays strike 2. Truesdale looks at Jolly for the signs, checks her wrist, steps in the mound, starts her warm-up. Here's the pitch. Gets that one to line in the center field. Mac Whitman fields that one, and the runner does not advance to third. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, their pitcher, Sissy Doolittle. So North Myrtle Beach, with 2 outs, has 2 runners on, first and second. They are down 4-1. Lines that one to the first baseman. Easy play, steps on first, and that ends the inning. So 2 runners stranded, no runs score. Halfway through 5 innings, Chapin leading 4-1. As you watch Tracy Truesdale and the Eagles bat, we're going to take a short break. I'm Eric Beach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. Now batting for your Chapin Eagles softball, number 1, second baseman, Molly Burns. Doolittle still on the mound. Burns steps into the batter's box. As she gets hit with that one, takes it like a champ, and gets a free pass to first base. Now batting for Chapin, number 7, Caitlin Borky. So with no outs, Chapin has a runner at first.
Sissy Doolittle seems to be getting a little tired here.
The third baseman seems to be playing in because Caitlin Borky has laid down 2 excellent bunts on her last 2 at-bats. As she watches that one in for strike 1.
Ball had some good movement on it.
I'm sure it did. 1-1 the count, no outs. Watches that one for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Chapin up 4-1. She swings and misses for strike 3. Doolittle strikes her out in 4 pitches.
Up
Now
to bat.
batting for Chapin, number 5, Haley Truesdale. Sorry about that one, Lucas.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 1 out, 1 runner on. Watches that one high for ball 1. Watches that one high for ball 2. 2-0. Watches that one low for ball 3. 3-0 the count. More than likely, Haley will not lift the bat off her shoulders on this pitch right here.
Called strike 1.
Watches that one in for strike 1. You know, Chapin has only scored in the 2nd inning, but they have had runners on every single inning. They just got to string some together. Watches that one in for ball 4. So 1 out, runners on 1st and 2nd. Now batting for Chapin, number 14, Gracie Derrick.
A lot of balls from Sissy Doolittle right now.
Jolly calls time. Alex Miller coming in to run for Haley Truesdale.
Be smart on the bases.
Fans giving an encouraging word to the base runners here. Watches that one in for strike 1.
The Chapin dugout's been very vocal and supportive this entire game.
That is very true, Lucas. They certainly have the edge on North Myrtle Beach in that category. And in the score category, too, because they are up 4-1. But right now, Gracie Derrick is down in the count, 0-2. Watches that one low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Let's go. You got it, kiddo.
Puts a charge into that one. Sends it to the left fielder.
For out number 2.
Next up for Chapin, number 4, Tracy Truesdale.
Now batting for Chapin, number 4, Tracy Truesdale. Now, Blake, did you just see the catcher right there? Seems like she just put on glasses from the dugout. She might have been playing this game blind up to this point
That
in
would
time.
explain some of those throws.
Good one, Blake, but it does not explain why Sissy Doolittle has not been pitching the way the way the 1st inning has gone. Strike 1. Doolittle had a phenomenal 1st inning. 3 up, 3 down, I think in less than 8 pitches, correct me if I'm wrong. And then the 2nd inning just happened.
Now you can't see.
As Alex Miller gets picked off at first base.
That's the 3rd inning in a row. Chapin has ended the ending with runners on base.
So with Miller getting picked off, 1 runner stranded, Tracy Truesdale will come up when we are done with the following inning. And we are back. We are both honored and excited to announce Dave Toole is in the press box with us.
Well, thank you, guys. Sorry, but the jet just got into the airport a little while ago, but I'm really happy to make it to the last part of the game.
As you are watching this game, how do you think Chapin is playing so far?
Well, so far doing pretty well. You know, the difference in this game is at the start is going to be the bats, of course, and right now it looks pretty even up and down. The difference is, Chapin's laid down a few bunts here and there that got some runners on, but then again, Chapin is leaving lots of runners on the base right now, so the score is just 4-1 at this point.
That is very true. As Tracy Truesdale gets her signs, how do you think Tracy has pitched so far in this game?
Doing pretty well. The umpire down there seems to be pretty generous on that outside corner, which is helping us out a lot. So seems to be going real well at this point.
Tracy gets the signs. Here's the pitch. Strike one.
As the game has progressed on, it does look like North Myrtle Beach has been putting the bat on the ball a little bit more. So, we'd like to hopefully see some change in pitch speeds and so forth to throw them off a little bit.
Do you believe Tracy will be the only pitcher to pitch in this game?
Well, there was some activity in the bullpen a little bit while ago. Cameron Crimminger was down there warming up. And for those of you who don't know anything about Cameron, Cameron's been out for almost an entire year. Came into the Hartsville game the other night, pitched the final inning. That was the first inning she had been in over a year. So did a fantastic job, basically 3 up, 3 down, and got us out of that. So she may be coming in here in a little bit to finish this one up.
Oh, wow. Do you know why she hasn't played in so long?
Basically had a back surgery, upper shoulder surgery, and so had to come back from rehab. Chapin this year has been kind of plagued with injuries. Have another pitcher, Caitlin Toole, who's been sitting out this year. She has a fracture in her foot, so should be coming back in another couple weeks. But, of course, season probably be over by then.
Great play by Gracie Derrick as the batter lines that one out to right field. Now, you mentioned North Myrtle Beach hitting. How has Chapin hit so far?
Chapin's been hitting pretty well so far. Getting some opportunistic hits. Kimber Bradley had a great hit out to left field, which basically I believe that was 3 of the RBIs right there, if I recall. And they've been hitting when they needed to hit. Overall, a little bit up and down. Need to be maybe a little bit more patient at the plate. Trying to jump on some first pitches when they need to wait a little bit longer. I think earlier in the game, to start off that rally, to get Kimber in position to score those runs, Molly Burns came up to plate, drove one straight up the middle. She's got a great hitting coach, Rocky Burns, and so that's no surprise to me that she drove one right up the middle. And, of course, everyone knows that, who wins this one moves on, who loses goes home. So this is for not all the marbles, but makes you move on.
So definitely a lot riding on this.
Yeah, definitely a lot riding on this.
As Tracy Truesdale strikes out the batter, making it out number 2. And you were talking about this being an elimination game. Do you think that's why Chapin started off kind of slow in the first inning? Do you think the nerves had something to play?
It could be, but, I've always thought if you're prepared for the game and you practice hard and you're ready, you shouldn't really be getting nervous out there. You should be ready to go. It's playoff time. Like I said, it's, you step on the field, you got to be ready to go.
Thank you. Always a pleasure having you with us.
Thanks for having me today, guys.
Hello, Lucas. Glad to be back on.
Glad to be back.
As Truesdale lines up, here's the pitch. That one little low. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first for North Myrtle Beach. So that one lined to second baseman Molly Burns. Make a routine play for out number 3. So through the top half of the 6th, North Myrtle Beach has been held scoreless. Chapin up 4-1. We'll be right back here. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. And we are back as Tracy Truesdale steps into the batter's box. She watches ball one. Now, Lucas, I know we are broadcasting softball right here, but every spring sport this year in Chapin has made playoffs.
That's very true.
Girls lacrosse, boys lacrosse, baseball, softball,
All teams are.
soccer.
Yeah. And most teams
Watches ball three.
have or are making it deep into the playoffs.
Very true. Very true. Every team has at least made it to the first round. As 4 straight balls go Tracy Truesdale's way, and she gets a free pass down to first base. Now batting for Chapin, number 18, Kimber Bradley. Pinch running for Chapin, number 2, Junie Wright. As Kimber Bradley steps into the batter's box. Lines that one up. Shortstop makes an easy routine catch for 1 out.
Next up for Chapin, number 10, Mackenzie Whitman.
Now batting for Chapin, number 10, Mackenzie Whitman. So 1 out. 4-1 Chapin. As Whitman lines that one left.
For strike,
Strike
number 1.
one. Thank you, Lucas. So 0-1 the count. 1 out. 4-1 Chapin. Junie Wright at first base. Lines that one hard down the first base line, but foul. Kimber Bradley just gets under that one, pops it up to the second baseman, who makes the catch. Out number 2. Now batting for Chapin, the USC Upstate commit Hannah Davis. Davis steps into the batter's box. Watches ball 1. So 2 outs, 1 runner on. Davis in the plate. 1-0 the count. Chapin up 4-1. 1-1 the count after Davis fouls that one off for strike 1. Davis sends that one into left field. That'll be extra bases. Junie Wright rounds third. Will stand up, cross home plate. Hannah Davis stands up at second base with the double.
Great hit by Hannah Davis.
Great hit by Hannah Davis.
Up to bat number 8, Brianna Posey. A few games ago, she had a long home run to left field.
Some might measure it at 500 feet, Lucas.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. But I guess we'll never know, so the legend will live on.
Hey, be patient, baby. Be patient, baby. You got it.
So Davis at second base, 2 outs, 5-1 Chapin.
Hannah Davis was turned on the jets as soon as she made contact with the ball.
Afterburners, yeah. As she went into second base standing up.
Good eye.
Watches that one outside for ball 1. That one called strike 2. That one didn't look like a strike to me, guys. It's Posey just staying alive at the plate. That one lined to the third baseman, spins, throws a rocket to first base, and that's the inning. After 6, Chapin 5, North Myrtle Beach 1. This will be North Myrtle Beach's last chance to score 4 or more runs. They scored 1 total all game. We're going to take a quick break. I'm Eric Veach.
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
And you are watching CSPN. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, number 2, Brianna Spickner. Watches ball 1. So Truesdale still on the mound for Chapin.
She's throwing a great game so far. She doesn't seem to be letting up either.
Tries to go complete game here. Strike 1. So 1-1 count. No outs. 5-1 Chapin. She lines that one up. Second baseman Molly Burns, routine catch, out number 1. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach, Taylor Gore. Taylor Gore swings and misses for strike 1. Lines that one to the first baseman, makes the easy play, tags first, out number 2. So Tracy Truesdale is 1 out away from throwing a complete game. Now batting for North Myrtle Beach and possibly their last batter, Alexis McCormick.
Great pitching by Tracy Truesdale, only allowing 1 run the whole game. Not many hits.
Not many hits. Great pitching by Tracy Truesdale here.
High and outside ball 1.
So with 2 outs, the Chapin defense just kind of looks loose and relaxed out there. That one lined foul, strike 1. So 1-1 the count, 2 outs, Chapin up 5-1.
Tracy Truesdale is possibly 2 pitches away from securing a win here. Make that possibly
Strike
1
2.
pitch away.
Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Looks like North Myrtle Beach's season could be down to the last strike. Truesdale wanted her swinging on that one, but she didn't bite.
Low ball 2.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No one on. Truesdale gets her swinging on that one, and that is the game.
Going to Hartsville.
We will see you guys Wednesday in Hartsville as Chapin wins this one 5-1. Right before we sign off, let me remind you that North Myrtle Beach had a great season, but Chapin comes out on top on this one. Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. I'm Eric Veach,
I'm Blake Harbison.
And I'm Lucas Nash.
and you were watching CSPN.